Hey guys, do you remember me? Hey. Well, haven't seen much from me in a while. That's a whole. I didn't know about this. All right. Hello, everybody. Chris here, and today we are. Well, I am not we. I am back from being gone for 2 weeks, and first off, I apologize. I wasn't able to create enough videos to schedule uploads, so like the first week of vacation I had covered, but then the second week there was just nada. So but I am back, and I have a lot of cool stuff to share with you. So this is just sort of the first part of a big video, and I don't actually know how big it'll be, but I'll just put some stuff in here. What's in you? Ah, dang it. I was trying to get like TNT gone, and I'd be like, whoa, and now. So, yes, I have logged onto the Minecraft for the first time, and there's something I can just quick share with you while I'm here. I have done something very stupid. So, like I had said, I was in Europe, and I was in Europe the same weeks that Minecon was taking place, and I was aware that Minecon was in London, but I just hadn't put two and two together that I was in London when that was happening, and I didn't have tickets, and they were sold out, and I could have gone to Minecon and gotten a cape and done all this stuff, but I didn't, so I am still kicking myself for that, which really, really sucks. So hopefully one year it's somewhere near where I live, because then definitely I will go, and I'll make vlogs and stuff there, and I'll get the cape, and it'll be very cool. But yeah, to the vacation stuff. Okay, so here we are. We will start our journey in New York City, where that's where the airport is, JFK International Airport. So yeah, start there. So here's some pictures of the Freedom Tower, and yeah, so I didn't actually take any in the airport, but this is just on the way. So next, you will see the giant words, or at least part of it, Edinburgh. It's Edinburgh, or it's spelled Edinburgh, but pronounced Edinburgh. And that's the first place I went. I flew into Scotland, and Edinburgh is the capital of that, I think. Yes. And yeah, so up next, we just have some pictures of that. And just so you know, because it's in the same time zone where Zach lives, 5 hours ahead. So jet lag is rough, and you're really, really tired on your first couple of days. But, so yeah, here's a little statue. Here is, we climbed up this weird mountain park thingy, and this was a little tower up there. I thought it was cool. And there's like a Parthenon type thing, climbed up there too. So yeah, this is just different stuff from up there. Pretty great views, I gotta say. This picture here, you'll see it's like this big mountain. You can hear me clicking now because I'm just in iPhoto looking at pictures, which I'm going to add into the video. This is a big mountain thingy. We climbed this later, and it's pretty cool. If you look at that tiny, like, in the back left of, and like to the left side of the photo, see that one way out in the distance? We climbed all the way back there, so brutal hike. It messed up my knee for the rest of the thing. It wasn't painful, but I could pop my knee in a really weird way. So yeah, here's some other views from Edinburgh. There's an arch. Here's close up of the mountain for when we were climbing it. And then I have some views from the top of that mountain. So yeah, you can take a look at those. I'm just gonna flash them through pretty quick. And here, I took a picture of this because I thought the soil here looked like Minecraft dirt, the way like it was in ledges. So it's cool. So now here we are still in Edinburgh. It's day or so later, and here's a statue. Here's the classic red phone booth. Some more statues and stuff. Okay, here do I actually have any pictures of this or just videos? Alright, I have a couple pictures, so I'll put those in, but there's the castle, and it's this big castle there, and we went there. I took a lot of pictures of that, and I basically took a video touring the entire thing because I planned to build it in Minecraft in the building with the burger thing, and the server is back up, so I can go on that now. So yeah, so there's all these pictures of the castle. Okay, here is a street performer who was pretending to be invisible, and here's a guy playing the bagpipes. Pretty cool. That's like stereotypical Scotland guy's bagpipes. Okay, so up next, wait, am I scrolling in the wrong direction? Yes, I am. Alright, next we will find ourselves at Hermitage Castle, where I took 8-minute video touring that. And let me just quick go into Hermitage Castle. Maybe I'll play some of the video while I do this. I don't know. And Hermitage Castle is my family castle. it's not necessarily. There's this other family whose last name I can't truly remember. Oh, the Scots, I think. Or, you see, there's the Reavers, how are they called? Yes, Reavers. And they're like the bad guys back in the Scotland area. And the Elliot, which is my last name, they were also Reavers. And the Elliots and the Armstrongs were like the really big guys. So these fancy people, it's called I think the Douglases were maybe the ones who own the house? Or I don't even know. But these sort of more fancy people had this castle, and they hired us Elliots to go guard it. So yeah, it's sort of like an old hermitage castle. I'm a hermit. So yeah, there's that, and then here's a photograph of a grave that has Elliot on it, and then here's lots of sheep, and this is a photograph of what it may have looked like when it was back at its peak. Okay, now here is now we're in Wales, and I have family in Wales, believe it or not, on my mother's side, and so yeah, these are pictures of the house. There's a little shack, and it's a sheep farm. And I have a crazy cow tale to tell you as I just show different pictures from the farm. Crazy cow tale. It was, we were climbing up this hill after going on a hike, and we were trying to get back to the main farmhouse area. So we're walking through this sort of up a hill into a field. We're in a pasture. We don't realize it. And they also have cows, and the cows think we're trying to feed them. And they come up to the top of the hill and start like running at us, and I'm like, oh my gosh! And then one jumps up in the air like it's gonna jump down the hill, and they'd all like fall and trample us to death. But luckily they didn't, so I'm alive to tell you this story. All right, here we are still in Wales, but we're away from there now, and this is a door of a church that inspired J.R.R. Tolkien, or is it J.R.R. Tolkien? I think it's J.R.R. Who made all the Hobbit and Lord of the Rings books. Well, there's only one Hobbit book. And this inspired him to maybe make the Mines of Moria gate like it is described in the book. Alright, here is me at Stonehenge making a funny face. And then, here it's a crop circle. And, if you haven't heard of a crop circle, it's, when supposedly an alien or something makes weird designs in giant crop fields. And many believe they're real, many believe they're not. This one I'm not too sure on because it was pretty crazy, even though it was one of the more simpler ones. Because, yeah, it was a peace sign. I'll just quick show a video and pictures. And I personally believe it was real because, well, no, I personally believe crop circles, at least some of them are real, because some of them are way too elaborate for a farmer on his tractor to make. This one could have gone either way because it was pretty simple, but whether it was or not, it was still cool to be in. Okay, up next we're at Stonehenge, and here's the Stonehenge. It's pretty cool, man. And yeah, there's Stonehenge. I got a lot of pictures of that. Here's me at Stonehenge making funny faces. Here's me again at Stonehenge because it started raining and I'm wearing a raincoat. Okay, up next, this is just my room. I stayed in at a fancy hotel in where was this? We're in England now, by the way. That's where Stonehenge is. Yeah. So this fancy hotel, lots of famous people have stayed here, and it's not really a hotel, it's more like a bed and breakfast. And famous people that you might know, Whoopi Goldberg and Steven Tyler actually stayed in it, and the bed I slept in, Whoopi Goldberg slept in that bed, kind of cool. And the bed that my parents slept in, Steven Tyler was in there, so yeah, they like signed stuff and all that. Alright, here is some pictures of the crop circle. And this could be evidence that it was real, because according to some things, well, there's a lot of radiation around them, if they are real. Because I know it's very controversial and stuff, but and it makes your electronic batteries die, which sort of happened to me because it was like really draining. But it also makes sort of like the joints on the plants could bend because of the radiation. So I don't know. Here's a picture of that, and here's a photograph we found at it was a place documenting all the recent crop circles. So here's a from air photograph of the entire crop circle that I visited. Here is the popular show Downton Abbey. It's that's sort of like a British drama. I've watched every single episode. And there's this we visited to where the castle was in the thing, but they were actually filming. so you couldn't go in, but we climbed up this big mountain. We had a view of it. It's pretty blurry, but here it is. Okay, here is Tower Bridge in London. Pretty cool. And right here is, it's kind of hard to see, but now I have another story to tell. We went on this, my voice is really breaking up. I'm not used to talking for such prolonged periods. So here is, sorry. I'm trying to get my bearings together. Okay, so we did this tour of the changing of the guard, which is when the one guards who were guarding the castles and different things in England changed to their other shift. So they all swapped places, but then we were wondering why the guards weren't wearing like their fancy red uniforms with the big black giant fluffy hats. And it's because it was the 75th anniversary of a battle that the British people won at the beginning of World War II. And they were like commemorating that, and we had no idea. So everything was fancy, and our tour guide ended us up at the Buckingham Palace, which is where the royal family lives. And believe it or not, the Queen and the royal family actually walked out onto the balcony, and fancy planes and jets and stuff flew over the place. So that's really cool. Yeah, and this next picture is a picture on a subway in Paris, and it says Pac-Man. I thought it was kind of cool. And this next picture, we were in the Louvre, the Louvre, some pronounce it, which is a famous art museum which holds the Mona Lisa. And I just thought it was kind of cool because they're audio guides for Nintendo 3DSs, so I just took a picture of that sign. Okay, so yeah, pretty cool, right? Okay, so up next we have, we're sort of gonna go out of order because the next collection of pictures are a mix of from my iPod Touch and from my mother's iPhone, so that the like timeline gets a little messed up here. So I'll just tell you where the location was and what it is. So yeah, okay. So the first pictures you will see, we have the Parliament and Big Ben Parliament, and Big Ben is very iconic for England. So yeah, it's cool. We're in London. And once again, Minecon. Okay, the next picture is the London Eye, and it's a ginormous Ferris wheel, though it's not really like a Ferris wheel. It's more like a sort of like a bike wheel with the spokes and all that. And you basically go in these little bubbles, and you can pretty much see the entire thing. I think it's like a 25-mile radius or something like that. Pretty cool. And then here's a zoomed out. Well, not zoomed out. It's just from the very top of the London Eye. Here's a picture of Big Ben Parliament. And this next picture, I can't even remember where did I take this. I don't know, but I'm wearing a helmet, and it's kind of weird. And then here's a picture of me taking a picture of the London Tower Bridge. Pretty cool. This next one is the Prime Meridian. It's the line that separates the eastern and western hemispheres of the entire planet. And half of me was in either side, so that's kind of cool. Yeah, the Prime Meridian wasn't originally there, but then the king's like, move it here or something a while ago, but really there is no half of the world, because it can be anywhere, but whatever. Okay, and this next picture is at King's Cross Station, and if you're not a fan of Harry Potter, then I'll fill you in. So, in Harry Potter, to get to Hogwarts, you have to ride the Hogwarts Express, and to get to there, you go to King's Cross Station, and there's platforms 9 and 10, and you run in the middle of them, but more towards 10, and you basically go through the wall into platforms 9 3/4. So that's pretty cool. So here they have this thing at King's Cross where it's not the same spot where it was in the movie, because a lot of the parts in the movie at King's Cross was actually a set rather than the real place. But yeah, they set up like this cool cart, like a trolley with your pet owl, like halfway through the wall. And then they gave you the scarf. I chose Gryffindor because everyone says I'm Ron Weasley, even though I'm not. And so then the people that work there quick throw the scarf in the air so it looks like you're moving. It's pretty cool. Actually, all those things I said were lies. I'm really magic, and I go to Hogwarts every summer. That's where I was for the past 2 weeks. It was cool. Okay. So next we have me at the Rosetta Stone, which is a fancy thing that helped people translate the Egyptian hieroglyphics and onto Egyptians. We have some cool Egyptian stuff here, Egyptian sarcophagus, and looks like some cool ruin stuff. yeah, that you can see me, really sweaty looking me standing in front of the ruined stuff. This next picture is on the, it's on the way to London, to Paris, and it's called the Eurostar, and it goes underneath the ocean for like 20-something miles. Or not 20-something miles, like for 20-something minutes, and it's going at like 170 miles an hour, so that's pretty fast. Pretty fast. Whenever you went in a tunnel, your ears would pop, because it's going so fast. And then there's a picture outside the the Eurostar. Here is in Paris, and it's this big old arch thing, and in both pictures, in the one on the train and the one in here, my sister's in it, so I'm gonna black out her face for their own privacy. Here it's in Paris, and it was like some sort of fancy car store, but they had stuff from Jurassic World, and here's the Jurassic World truck, and I stood in front of that. Great movie. And then here, it's out front of the Louvre, which was the place where the Mona Lisa was, with the 3 S's that I mentioned earlier. And I am currently holding the Great Pyramid. Not the Great Pyramid, it's just a thing they have there. Yeah, I'm that strong in magic. Just how I roll. And now we have the Eiffel Tower. We got 2 pictures of that, and I have a pretty cool time lapse that I took 2 of them. So I'm gonna play those now. And the first one is a time lapse of just traffic and stuff going by. And the second one is, well, that's taken from the very tippy top of the place. And the second one is from the second level all the way to the top. And it's actually, I think I took the video going down because I couldn't take it going up, but I'll play it whatever in order it is. And cool little story. We were with like a tour group, and we were in a bus, and then it took us to the Eiffel Tower. And it wasn't like a tour group for the entire thing. You just paid, and it was like a one-day thing. And it was pretty cool because they gave you like tickets were included, but it's really hard to get tickets, so we didn't have to wait in line for that. But the line to get on the elevator was insanely long, so we walked up like something like 500 something steps to get to the first floor. And then once we were there, we took some pictures. Then we went to floor 2. And then you have to ride the elevator all the way up to the tippy top. So yeah, that is going to do it. Unless the time lapse is still going, I don't know, because I'm just doing this in like before I actually put the time lapse in the video. But that's gonna do it for this video, guys. So I hope you enjoyed, and here's to come for cool things the rest of the summer. And I'll update you on other things I'm going. I have 2 weeks home. Then I'm going to visit family for a week. Then I think I have another week home. Then I'm going somewhere else for a week. And then I think I'm just home for the rest of vacation. But vacation will sort of be winding down by then. But yeah, so lots of cool video stuff coming out. I have some fun ideas I want to try and pull off during the summer. But yeah, guys, hope you enjoyed. I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.